The second step we have then is prepare two control accounts. So we need to have a control accounts for debtors, and we need to have control accounts for creditors. So first thing, we have a look at the start of the question, see if there's any debtors and creditors, and we do. We got debtors here and we got creditors here. We have a look down here during the question. So do we have any debtors or creditors? So we've got bank payments of creditors, and we got debtors in here in our bank lodgements. And then we have a look at the end and see do we have any debtors or creditors. And we got creditors here and we got debtors here. So just going to put them into a T account and calculate the difference, which will be used to calculate our sales and our purchases. So in our debtors control account, on the first 01, we know assets are, we know that debtors is an asset, so we'll go on the debit side. So we got 18,000. That 18,000 is taken up here from the start of the question. Then we look down through the question and see we got debtors here of 34. So we lodge, so someone gave us money, so we lodge that money into our account. So the double entry will be your bank and your debtors. We're receiving that money. So that's going to increase our bank. So you're going to debit your bank. You're going to decrease your asset, which is our debtors. So we're going to put on the credit side. So it's 34,000. Then we have a look down at the end and see do we have any more debtors. And we have debtors here at the end of 20,400. But also in this question, we also have goods in transit. So I mentioned here on the 31st to the 12th, 2014, goods with a sale value of 6,000, which had been sold on credit at a markup of 20% on the cost, have not been recorded in the books. So that means that someone bought extra stock from us where it's in transit. It's been included in our closing stock, but it has to be included as part of our debtors. So we're going to have to increase our debtors. So at the end of that period, we're going to have a closing balance of 26,400. So that closing balance at the end, 26,400, goes on the credit side. It'll be brought down to the debit side for the next month. So we'll start the next month with debtors of 26,400. So what happens then is that we've got 60,400 on the credit side, we have 18,000 on the debit side, so the difference will be 42,400. So you're going to take your 60,400, take away the 18,000, and you're going to get 42,400, and that's going to be your credit sales. So as I said, that figure is going to be used later on to help calculate the total sales figure. So you also have to prepare the creditors control account, and the figure that we calculate here will be used to help us calculate the purchases or the total purchase. So in here we've got our creditors control account. So we look at the start and see do we have any creditors. We've got trade creditors of 22,500. There's no creditors or liabilities, so it's going to go on the credit side. Have a look down through the question to see do we have any other creditors. And we have bank payments down of creditors of 42,100, so we paid our creditors. So that's going to reduce our creditors figure, so it's going to go on the debit side, 42,100. And then have a look at the end and see do we have what's our balance figure for the end of the period. And we see we've got trade creditors 32,600, so that's going to go on the debit side. It will be brought down to the credit side for the next month. So what we'll have here is we'll have bank 42,100, we have our closing balance figure of 32,600, and our balance figure of 22,500. So you need to calculate what are our credit purchases. So you're going to add your bank and your balance on the debit side to get 74,700. Then you're going to take away the balance of 22,500, and that's going to give you a credit purchase then of 52,200. And then once again, that's going to be used to calculate your total purchases.